Welcome to Battlefront Stories. Here we bring forgotten battles, real soldier diaries, and untold stories of war back to life. Witness history, one front line at a time. Isoroku Yamamoto, April 4th, 1884 to April 18th, 1943, was the commander-in-chief of the combined fleet of the Imperial Japanese Navy during the first 4 years of World War II. He was educated at the Imperial Japanese Naval Academy, the United States Naval War College, and Harvard University between 1919 and 1921. He was born in Nagaoka, Niigata Prefecture, as the sixth son of Sadakichi Takano. His father was 56 years old at the time of his birth, and proud of this fact, named him Isoroku, an old Japanese term meaning 56. Yamamoto completed his primary and secondary education at Sakanue Elementary School in Nagaoka and at Nagaoka High School in Niigata. Yamamoto is widely regarded as the most legendary naval strategist and tactician of the Imperial Japanese Navy and is held in great respect in Japan. To a lesser extent, he is also respected in the United States due to his tactical courage and his efforts to prevent his subordinates from committing war crimes. He was killed during an American aerial ambush while on an inspection tour of the Solomon Islands. This ambush was the first operation in history that directly targeted an enemy commander. His death was kept secret for a month before being announced. He enjoyed strong support within the Imperial Navy and was a leading force behind many reforms and reorganizations. Yamamoto was born as Isoroku Takano in Nagaoka, Niigata. His father, Sadayoshi Takano, was a mid-ranking samurai of the Nagaoka domain. In 1916, Isoroku was adopted into the Yamamoto family, another former samurai family from Nagaoka, and took their surname. This practice was common among samurai families without male heirs in order to preserve the family name, rank, and income. In 1918, he married Reiko Mihashi, and they had 2 sons and 2 daughters. After graduating from the Imperial Japanese Naval Academy in 1904, Yamamoto served aboard the armored cruiser Nishin during the Russo-Japanese War. At the Battle of Tsushima, he was wounded and lost 2 fingers on his left hand when the cruiser was repeatedly hit by Russian fire. He later attended the Naval Staff College and was promoted steadily, becoming a commander in December 1919. During the 1920s and 1930s, Yamamoto was part of the Imperial Japanese Navy faction that often opposed the more aggressive Japanese Army, particularly the Kwantung Army. He advocated for a strong navy capable of projecting power through battleship diplomacy rather than merely transporting ground forces for invasions. He opposed the invasion of China and was also against war with the United States, influenced in part by his studies at Harvard and his service as a naval attaché in Washington, D.C., where he became fluent in English and traveled extensively throughout the United States. Promoted to captain in 1923, Yamamoto later shifted his expertise from naval gunnery to naval aviation. He commanded the cruiser Isuzu in 1928 and later the aircraft carrier Akagi. He attended the London Naval Conferences of 1930 and 1935 and strongly supported naval aviation, eventually serving as head of the Aeronautics Department. He opposed Japan's invasion of northeastern China in 1931, the full-scale war with China in 1937, and the Tripartite Pact with Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy in 1940. These positions made him a target of assassination threats from militarist extremists. Yamamoto was promoted to admiral on November 15, 1940. Despite political rivalries with Prime Minister Hideki Tojo, he played a key role in modernizing Japanese naval aviation. He influenced the development of long-range bombers such as the Mitsubishi G3M and G4M, designed to operate across the vast distances of the Pacific. These aircraft achieved long range at the cost of armor and survivability, earning the G4M the nickname the Flying Cigarette Lighter. Yamamoto would eventually die aboard one of these aircraft. He also supported the development of the A6M0 fighter, which emphasized range and maneuverability over protection. While initially dominant, this design choice contributed to heavy losses later in the war. Yamamoto approved the reorganization of Japan's carrier forces into the First Air Fleet, concentrating 6 aircraft carriers into a single striking force. This innovation provided great offensive power, but also made the carriers vulnerable as a concentrated target. He also oversaw the creation of large land-based air units that later destroyed British Force Z and targeted American forces in the Philippines. On December 7, 1941, while Japan and the United States were officially at peace, the First Air Fleet launched a 2-wave attack of 353 aircraft against Pearl Harbor and other targets in Hawaii. The attacks sank or damaged multiple American battleships, destroyed hundreds of aircraft, and killed over 2,400 Americans. Japanese losses were minimal. However, the American aircraft carriers were not present in harbor. Yamamoto later criticized the failure to pursue them or to conduct further attacks on strategic facilities. Although tactically successful, the attack proved strategically disastrous, galvanizing American public opinion and determination. Yamamoto famously warned that Japan could run wild for 6 months to a year, but beyond that, he had no confidence in victory. This prediction proved accurate after Japan's decisive defeat at the Battle of Midway in June 1942. At Midway, Yamamoto attempted to lure American carriers into a trap, but U.S. forces had already broken Japanese naval codes and anticipated the plan. American carrier aircraft destroyed 4 Japanese carriers, turning the tide of the war. The defeat marked the end of Japan's strategic expansion in the Pacific. Following setbacks at Guadalcanal, Yamamoto undertook an inspection tour of the South Pacific to boost morale. On April 14, 1943, U.S. intelligence intercepted and decrypted detailed information about his travel plans. On April 18, Yamamoto departed Rabaul in a Mitsubishi G4M bomber. American fighters ambushed his aircraft near Bougainville and shot it down. Yamamoto's body was found the next day in the jungle. An autopsy revealed that he had been killed by gunshot wounds, including a fatal head wound. Details of his death were concealed from the Japanese public. His body was cremated, and his ashes were returned to Japan aboard the battleship Musashi. A state funeral was held on June 5, 1943. He was posthumously promoted to Marshal Admiral and awarded Japan's highest honors, as well as Germany's Knight's Cross with oak leaves and swords. His ashes were buried partly in Tokyo and partly in his hometown of Nagaoka. This is just one side of the war. For more, check out Battlefront Stories and make sure to like the video and subscribe for upcoming episodes.